Fruit Up family, I'm Bobby Smith. In February of 2022, I was 268 pounds and an alcoholic, like one of the worst alcoholics in my city. Now I'm helping people lose weight. I'm helping people change their lives. It's like that was 2 years ago, and I accelerated the process by just doing and having a formula. And my formula works. I lost 146 pounds in 11 months. With the consistency accelerator formula, I can get you there, family. Get at me for details. Fruit Up. You know what don't get talked about a lot in our community? Erectile dysfunction. And I know a lot of men are dealing with erectile dysfunction. And it's an embarrassing topic. It's something that's really hard to deal with. If you talk about a man's manhood in the bedroom and he's not performing, that could cut him really, really deep. Trust me, I know. I used to be there. I used to not be able to please my woman. I know these things. But what if I told you there's a solution? There is a solution. I've been using this solution. I know it works. It increases libido. That's just one of the factors though. It increases your strength, your energy, your vitality, all of that. But for men, I'm trying to be honest with y'all. You do not have to struggle with that. You do not. Women, if your man is struggling with that, get him on his A game. Get him on his A game. Fruit up, family. Fruit up. Fruit up and get on your A game. You do not have to hide no more. You do not have to hide no more. Fruit up, family. I love y'all. There's a time and a place for everything in this world, right? There's a time and a place for conversation. There's a time and a place to be your best. You know what I'm saying? Like, and life is so good. You know what I mean? Like, life is good. Fruit Up with Bobby Smith, YouTube. Fruit Up with Bobby Smith, Facebook, Instagram. What up, though? Y'all see what we doing here? We right back at it. These don't stop. These won't stop. So what we're gonna do tonight is show what real conversation really is. Like my brother that I met in through my Facebook group. Before that, I seen him online a little bit, but in the Facebook group, I seen him going so hard, so dedicated to changing the reality around him, man. That's what I salute. So share. Share this live. New Fruit Up gear on deck. Y'all see how we live it. Y'all see what it is. Hey, rep the lifestyle, family. If you live it, rep it. You feel me? So Fruit Up, we about to get it popping. I'm going to bring my brother on. So grab y'all juice. I got my watermelon juice right here tonight. Fruit Up. You know what I'm saying? Cheers. And let's get it popping. Mar Wheel.
What up, bro?
What up?
Fruit up. That's what's up.
Look at him with the Fruit Up gear on.
Yeah. You know, I'm in there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's all love, family. So you know you gotta really be repping the lifestyle to wear that. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta really be living that. And I know one thing about you is you really living that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
hey, I'm active in these streets, yo.
Indeed. So yeah, man, I appreciate you for being here tonight, family. We about to have a good conversation. So Like I said, y'all share the live, Fruit Up with Bobby Smith YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram as well. So
all right,
Mark,
yeah, speaking of that, let me I'm trying to make sure I'm sharing this thing right. I'm trying to share it. I don't know if I gotta share it right or not.
just try to share it to your Facebook if you can. That's all you can do.
Okay.
Just share it. Yeah. They gonna come in and watch us.
All right. Hey, that's one thing I love about my Facebook and things. I'm kind of like new to the online, but I heard that you can set your own algorithm, and that's true. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just start this off like this. I like how when I click on or I go on my page or I just go online, period, first thing I see is some fruit, or I see some positivity, or I see some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I set my own algorithm. It used to just be, big booties or the latest rap music or whatever, whatever come on, you know what I mean? But yeah, your intentions, I mean, you could really set your algorithm on that online thing, yo.
Man, you ain't lying, family. You ain't lying. I'm glad you started it off like that. Hey, introducing Mar Will, man. Share this live. This is my family right here. Hey, Mar, I start off every single show by letting the family know, like I say, I don't have followers. I have people who walk with me. You feel me? Like I don't even like the word followers. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for the people who walk with me, who haven't walked with you, Cali Muscle, I appreciate you, family, big dog.
Homie on there.
Indeed. We both members of the Cali Muscle group. So that's family right there. Before we get into it, you got the floor to tell the family who you are and a little bit about yourself, man.
Okay. Well, basically, I mean, I'm honored to be here. I appreciate you having me on this platform and whatnot. Technically, I ain't really nobody special. I ain't no guru in the community. I'm not no major healer. I'm an average person, you know what I mean? And I think that might be part of my inspiration, because I'm just a regular guy, and that's so that anybody can do it. You know what I mean? I ain't been studying in the mountains for all years, and I'm just a regular cat. You know what I mean? I come from a background. I grew up in the hood and had a rough childhood growing up, went to prison, overcame all that negativity, and now I'm on some positivity. So basically, like my story, I be trying to spread as much positivity in the community as I can. You know what I mean? So that's like kind of my main goal, just being a positive influence and trying to help people. You know what I mean? Like my personal motto that I kind of, hold in the back of my mind is I win when you win. No matter who that is. I mean, I come across people in life, whatever you up to, I'm gonna try to help you win. And that's how I win. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's kind of a gist of who I am. You know what I mean? The game that I play in life. That's one of the games I play is, you know what I mean, helping people to win. Because the way I look at it, like there's enough negativity in the world. There's all kind of stuff going on. You know what I mean? It's too much hate. You know what I mean? And it's choices. You know what I mean? You got a choice to give some love or some hate or some positivity or some negativity. I try to choose to give some positivity. You know what I mean? It's enough of that negativity. You know what I mean? And that remind me, that bring back to something you said on one of your other lives, like last week. You was talking with a brother and you was talking about decisions. And that was a deep one. I wanted to go deep on that. I want you to go a little bit deeper than that, but like breaking down words, like decisions deal with so the word decide, we're gonna break that down. Like when you decide to do something, you know what I mean? You're gonna decide to get your life together, you want to decide to lose weight or whatever. Decide, I don't want to go too deep, but decide deals with killing off something. Like the sub word in decide is side. So you got homicide, suicide, genocide, insecticide, herbicide. Sides deal with killing something. And whenever there's a side, like a homicide is a person killing somebody, suicide, somebody killing themselves. So a side is killing off something for something else. So when you decide, that means you making this choice and you're killing off this choice. You know what I mean? So when you was talking about decisions and deciding to do things, I was like, yeah, that's deep. You know what I mean? I'm gonna remember that for when I go on there. So there's a difference from deciding to do something and choosing to do something. When you choose to do something, you're just doing it because that's the choice that you're making. When you decide to do something, you're killing off something for something else to thrive. You know what I mean? So when deciding to get our health together is not eating some crappy food. I'm gonna decide. I'm gonna kill off the cravings for sugar and meat and all that, the nasty food. You know what I mean? So I thought that was kind of deep there too. I wanted to talk some more about that.
Okay, that's dope, and that's a deep point too, man. We're gonna get into that, and we're gonna start off by asking, what made you decide to start living this way and getting in tune with eating fruits and living better?
So basically, I'll take you back a little bit. So in December, and I met you in December, and like I said, the same thing. Like I kind of seen you online, you was making waves. I was like, checking out what you was doing. Then I finally decided to hop in. So my fruit journey really started, I would say, in October. And I wanted to do something good for my daughter. My daughter's birthday was in October. She was turning 8. And I'm like, what's the absolute best thing that I can do for her? And I dug deep into my soul. You know what I mean? I soul searched, and the best thing I could do for her was to make her a cake completely out of fruit. And it was her whole birthday cake was a watermelon basically, and I just done it up real big, and it was just fruit, and that was my start there. So in October 23, I just decided to replace one meal a day with just completely fruit. So when I would go to work, I would pack my lunch for work in the morning. I would just take a big thing of fruit, whether it's just a half a watermelon cut up or a whole thing of cherries or a whole thing of grapes. I would just throw that in my lunchbox. And so it started just replacing one meal a day. I was eating like maybe 2 or 3 meals a day, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just eat fruit for one meal a day. And honestly, it just kind of happened naturally. And this was in October before my daughter's birthday. So when her birthday came around, I was already just getting into fruit, and that kind of started my fruit journey. That's when I started noticing you online. So in December, when I got into the fruit up challenge, actually just going hard, just 100%. I'm the type, I like to challenge myself. So I'm a believer in when you do something, when you say something, you do it. You know what I mean? Like I'm a doer. I don't just talk about stuff and then I'll do it. If I say it, then it's already done. That's the type of person I am. You know what I mean? Indeed. So when I set a goal and I put it in my mind, I think like the goal is already done. So just eating fruit every day and nothing but fruit, it was kind of easy, you know what I mean? But being in a group and seeing other people struggle, I kind of felt empathetic to other people. So I wanted to help them out and be an inspiration. That's why I really went as hard as I did in the group, because it was like, I felt bad, like, well, just eating fruit is easy. Like, you know what I mean? Like taking care of yourself, for me, it was an easy choice, but I seen for other people, they were struggling. So I'm like, let me try to help out if I can. So like basically, and that's just a brief, like, how we met with the Fruit Up movement. But before that, like going back into my history, like years into my early 20s, I was diagnosed from some doctors with having Crohn's disease. And this was back when I never even heard of Crohn's disease. I guess it was new or something on the market. They're like, oh, you got Crohn's disease. I was suffering from having like irritable bowel disease, like digestive issues. I would eat something, my stomach would be tore up. I have diarrhea all the time, and I was eating just bull crap too, like meat, I was eating any and everything, you know what I mean? Like except pork. I would eat like chicken and fish, and all vegetables and stuff like that. I never really I haven't ate pork since I was a little kid, and red meat very rarely. But that's what got me into the health journey, is the doctors diagnosed me with Crohn's disease, and they put me on this medication. And they was like, oh, you'll have to take this for the rest of your life. And that didn't sit well with me. You know what I mean? I'm in my early 20s, and I'm thinking like, wow, I'm going to have to be on this for the rest of my life. So this is when it gets deep. So this is like where my why, I don't want to go down no rabbit holes with my why, but my why, where I was thinking back then in my early 20s, if I'm going to have to be on this medication for the rest of my life, that means I'm going to have to work some kind of job where I can afford these health benefits, this health care. And I just felt like I was being trapped in a system of this system that's going on. You know what I mean? That the healthcare system, the working system, the whole system, the whole money, the banks, the loans, like I said, I don't want to get too deep, but I felt like I was being trapped in the system by having this diagnosis from this doctor. So I get a second opinion, and they're like, oh, well, yeah, just take the medication. So the medication wasn't working. So I did some research, and I believe I healed myself through natural medicines, actually through the herbs and the plant medicine. You know what I mean? Like I got back in tune and in touch with nature and the way we heal ourselves naturally. Because a lot of the medications that the hospitals and doctors give us like mimic stuff that natural herbs do. And like I say, I ain't nobody special. I'm not a doctor. I ain't giving no medical advice. Everybody, research and do your own research and find out what's best for your body. I just know it worked personally for me. And I got in touch with some people who put me in touch with the real Native Americans. And the ayahuasca plant medicine healed me of the Crohn's disease, which I was diagnosed from. And this
Hey,
was well over 10 or 12 years ago.
hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back before you got hold on. Share the live, family. Share the live. My brother going in, my brother speaking that real story. And so you got diagnosed with Crohn's disease, right? You got a second opinion from a second doctor. Second doctor said you got Crohn's disease, man. Keep taking that medicine.
Yeah.
So you take that
medicine wasn't working. Medicine wasn't working.
How long was you taking that medicine?
I'll say about 6 months. About a good 6 months.
What was your experience like? So what was you going through? Like, what was the ailments and stuff that you had?
I can guarantee you that the medicine wasn't working because the ailments that I was suffering from was like diarrhea. So I would like eat something and say I would just eat a meal and maybe 2 hours later, I got to go to the bathroom. So once I started taking this medication, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm noticing I'm just pooping out the pills. I'm taking these pills. They're not breaking down. They're not digesting. I'm pooping out the pills. I look in the toilet and there go the pill right there. The same way I swallowed it. So I know it ain't doing nothing. It's just going through my body. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm not taking this stuff. I'm not taking this crap. You know what I mean? I don't even know what it is. It's some chemicals. Then they had like side effects. You know, they don't tell you all the adverse side effects. They try to make it seem like, oh, it ain't that bad. But the side effects is worse than the actual Crohn's disease that I'm suffering from. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, I just didn't believe it. And I'm glad that I didn't go with that. So that's kind of what like started my journey, is not having complete faith. You know what I mean? Like I understand like hospitals and doctors and nurses are needed and, you know, it's all good. It's just, you know, I don't know. I was kind of leery of that. You know, I'm kind of leery of the medications. You know, but like I said, I ain't saying nothing for nobody else. If anybody needs medication and their medicine, then, you know, listen to their doctors or, you know, don't listen to me. Find out for yourself, you know. But I just know it worked for me. The ayahuasca, I can attest to it that it's the truth, you know, in the real way. You got to do it the real way with nothing but respect for the plant medicine and respect for the fruit.
Talk about the ayahuasca experience, because I had my brother on here, Jovan Cole. Yeah, and he talked about the healing properties of ayahuasca and what they call them ceremonies.
Yeah.
So talk about an ayahuasca ceremony and what that was like, and how some of the benefits from that healed you.
All right, well, the ayahuasca ceremonies is deep, and like I say, it's all sacred. You do it in the right way with nothing but respect and keeping everything sacred the way it's supposed to be. Not, you know, some people, you know, do it on their own and do different things. I got a real chief, a real medicine woman who has nothing but respect and does it the right way. But some of the benefits, it's like the ayahuasca heals you, I think, overall, like physically, mentally, spiritually. It was explained to me, it's like a scanner. It'll just, once you take it, ingest it, and you're going through the ceremony, it'll scan your body and find out what's wrong with you. You might not even know I was wrong with you. Like I went into ceremony having stomach issues and wanting to get all that together. It healed that, but also healed my heart, healed my mind. You know, it scanned my body and seeing what needed to be fixed and what needed to be healed. And yeah, that's what it was, one of the things that got me on this journey. And one thing too is funny too about like being online and like before, like I'm proud with my life. I don't be out there like that, but I'm putting stuff out there now. But like I get not backlash, but I get comments and questions sometimes online, and people ask me, they're like, "Oh, somebody was trying to clown me, basically like making a joke about one of the pictures that I had with the Matrix in the background." They're like, "Oh, you think eating fruit can get you out the Matrix?" And I had to think like, well, technically, yeah, it can. You know, it's all on how you look at things and how you put your mind to things. And so they were trying to clown me, but it's like the joke's on you because yeah, fruit is getting me out of the Matrix. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, that was kind of a funny thing.
Hey, you know what, man? You're gonna fight. You go like because you early in your journey. So when you early in these journeys, man, we be so excited. We be ready to, you know what I'm saying? Like just take on the world and tell everybody, like, hey, you know, you need to do what I'm doing. You need to do what I'm doing. But what you quickly realize that it ain't for everybody. This is your journey. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the best part. That's the best advice I could give anybody, because you know the scrutiny I deal with and how it come every single day. But you got to know that's coming. You got to be able to deal with it. And the fruits help you. So with the ayahuasca experience, after you got done with it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So what was some of the things that you like was having? Like, what was some of with the Crohn's disease? What was some of the problems you was having, and how was it after you had that ayahuasca ceremony?
Okay, so yeah, like the Crohn's disease is just like I would have upset stomach all the time. I have diarrhea most of the time. You know what I mean? Like I went years without having like a normal poop. You know what I mean? Just diarrhea, and it was kind of like this ain't normal. You know what I mean? This ain't right. And let's say it was. I think it was attributed to all the food I was eating, my system not being clean, and just eating crappy food. You know what I mean? Like my diet wasn't terrible. Like I never been like overly weight. You know, I had a little bit of fluff on me, a little bit of pounds. You know what I mean? But I ain't ever was like over 200 pounds. I think that's the biggest I ever got was like 195 or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I'm not no big guy. I never had a lot of weight to lose, but I say I wasn't eating the best. I would eat like fried chicken, you know what I mean? Fried food, stuff like that. And spaghetti, you know what I mean? Like just the average stuff, you know what I mean? And
Right.
so the symptoms, I would have, my stomach would be tore up all the time, you know what I mean? But after the ayahuasca ceremony, it was like it went back to normal. I would have like normal bowel movements, what I would perceive to be normal, and I was able to look at the world differently. You know what I mean? I just seen things differently. My eyes was opened up to different things. So yeah, that's and it's been like that ever since. And like you say, eating the fruit, somebody might start just eating fruit and then go back to eat some crappy food. You'll notice how bad you feel. It was like that after the ayahuasca ceremony. I was just on like eating vegetables, like just fruit and vegetables. I went back to eating some meat and my stomach was tore up again. I'm like, oh, nope, can't go back to that. You know what I mean? So the ayahuasca like cleans you out. You know what I mean? It come out of both ends. You be pooping, throwing up, you know, however, coming out your nose. It just get everything out of you. You know what I mean? It just makes you expel everything. Now I heard of something called duck root or something like that. That's like some kind of tea or something. And I heard that was vicious. I never experienced that personally, but I don't think the ayahuasca is as violent as that. But yeah, it get everything out of you, and it changes you too. It was explained to me that it actually merges with your DNA, which makes sense. You know what I mean? Like you do some of these ceremonies with the plant medicine, and it stays with you. It ain't just like you take it one time and then once it's gone, it's gone. Now this stuff it merges with your DNA. That's why I say it helps heal you mentally and spiritually, because it heals you in a way that stays with you even after years later. It could be a year later. And if you get yourself in that mind state, you can bring back those same feelings that you had when you was taking it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So that's a good thing too. And it's not just the ayahuasca; it's the peyote also. That's another plant medicine that's sacred, that stays with you. It merges with your DNA.
Experiences. See, these are the type of experiences that we used to always be afraid to go through. You know what I'm saying? Like we coming from the hood, you know, white boys only do mushrooms. That's what everybody used to say in the hood.
Yeah.
Only white boys do mushrooms. So or plant medicine. You know what I'm saying? We got to get in tune. We got to start doing what we supposed to do. You joined the Fruit Up Challenge, and man, you thrived in there.
Yeah.
Like talk about the Fruit Up Challenge a little bit. Like what was the number one problem that you seen? Because you say it's easy. You say it was easy for you, and it looked easy for you. It looked easy for you because you showed up.
Let me clarify that. Certain parts of it was easy. Just like getting strict on myself and just telling myself, all right, I'm not eating nothing but fruit. That's what was easy. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't, the whole thing wasn't easy. I had my ups and downs and my moments and my moments of weakness. I fell off like towards the end of it. I'll get into all that. But yeah, so the fruit, when we first met in the Fruit Up Challenge, I think it was like the first couple days in, or it was like the first week I was in there, and I'm still getting used to things and how it worked. I posted a plate. I don't know if you remember this. I posted a picture of a plate of some spaghetti next to a plate of some veggies that I was eating, and I was trying to say, like, look, I was like, Mom, I was like, you know, you got to be strong when you turn down your own mom's spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to make a joke and inspire, and you was like, oh no, that's some spaghetti. Get that out of here. and I got offended. Remember, I was like, damn, dog. I was like, you missed the message. I was trying to be inspirational. You was like, nope, it's a picture of spaghetti. It's like fruit only. I'm like, all right, you know what? You absolutely right. Them was the rules. who am I to try to bend the rules? I ain't nobody special. I got to stick to the rules like everybody else. You know what I mean? And you was ready to kick me out the group. You was like, all right, well, if you post to spend, you could go ahead and leave. You don't got to be. I'm like, no, don't kick me out. I was like, ain't nothing gonna stop me from fruiting up. That's just something like that. So that was the first like interaction, getting to know each other. So at that point too, I was like, hold on, man, I had something to prove against you, but you didn't know it. I was like, let me show him that I'm really about this life. I was like, he think that I'm like, he must think that I'm like a poser or something. I'm like, he think I'm one of these fake dudes I don't know what he think, but let me show him who I am. That was my mentality. So I was like, hold on, man. So then I started like, you know what, so eating fruit, like telling myself, because before I would just be like, you know what, I want to, like I was exercising and getting in shape. I was like, all right, I'm just going to eat oatmeal for breakfast with fruit in it. Like I would just get strict, like meal prepping. I could prep some, when I was eating regular stuff, I would prep like some chicken breast and broccoli, and I could eat that every day for a week. I trained myself to not get, tired of eating the same thing, or I would eat oatmeal every day because I was like working out and trying to get in shape. So when I told myself this time, all right, I ain't eating nothing but fruit, that's what was kind of easy for me. I was like, all right, I can do that. You know what I mean? When I go to the store, I ain't going to buy nothing but fruit. When I get home and I get hungry, I don't got nothing but fruit to eat. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. It was kind of easy. So the thing that wasn't easy was like, I would say maybe the third day in, and I wasn't expecting this. And that's when I wanted to get on you. I was like, man, you need to warn people, or you need to have a disclaimer, because I wasn't ready for the emotional release that I had. Like by day 3, I would just find myself in the kitchen, just, getting emotional for no reason. Like I would just tear up, you know what I mean? Just because I felt a change happening in my life. I felt like I was doing something good and something great. And I couldn't believe it almost, you know what I mean? And my wife would come down the kitchen and just find me like sitting there with tears in my eyes. She's like, oh, what's wrong? I was like, nothing, it's all good. You know what I mean? It's like kind of like tears of joy, like happy tears. But it was an emotional up and down. That's what I'm saying. So it wasn't just all easy for me. You know what I mean? Because also at the same time in December, I called myself stop smoking weed too, because I was just go cold turkey. So like, all right, I'm giving up meat and junk food. I'm on nothing but fruit. I'm gonna quit smoking also. That also played a big part on my emotional roller coaster. By like day 20 though, I had to smoke again. I was like, all right, man, I was going through it, stressing or whatever, what I was calling stress at the time. So about day 20, I fired back up again, but not like it was, you know what I mean? Like right. Every day, all day, it was just like that one little quick time, and then it goes periodically here and there.
Right,
but,
right.
Like I say, when it comes to eating, so the whole month of December during the fruit up challenge, I was on nothing but fruit, 100% fruit all day, every day. And it was fun because I was finding out different things that were classified as fruit that I didn't know, like eggplant, jalapenos, certain things. Once I found out jalapenos was technically a fruit, man, I was eating that every day. Same thing with avocado. I knew avocado was a fruit, but I started eating that every day.
Yeah, because we didn't start letting that stuff into the group until like midway.
Yeah, yep. Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm glad you brought that up, family, like about the emotional aspect of it. Because that's what a lot of people don't know about. You know why, though? Because they don't never get to that level to where they actually experience it.
Yeah.
And I know that you got to appreciate those emotional detoxes that you went through.
Yeah, definitely. Like, and for me right there, that's what broke me through the plateau and got me really vibrating on a higher level, getting past the depression and all that, like the different mental blocks and the mental ups and downs and all that. And so, and like I said, I ain't gonna go too deep, but the frequencies, you know what I'm saying, and vibrating the vibe, the frequency was just different after that. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
hold on. What you mean you ain't gonna go too deep about that? Hold on. This fruit up with Bobby Smith, man. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Hey, you gonna be like my man that who was my man that had Cat Williams on his show? He's like, is he gonna break the internet or we gonna get banned?
No, I'm just saying because that's what this is about, family, about growth. You know what I'm saying? So I was talking on my live earlier, right? And I was like, the reason why I love doing this with people who really just starting to get into it, especially because I am. I'm just starting to get into this lifestyle. I'm only in February 21st will be my second year of sobriety, my second year anniversary of sobriety.
Nice. Congratulations. Good for
you, man. Bro. I appreciate you, family.
That's a good look.
And you know what? That's the decision I was talking about. That's the
Mm-hmm.
decision in February 2022. That's the decision I made. So for you to go through the experience, let's talk about how difficult or how like how is this lifestyle compared to any other way you ever live? Like how is the community? How are the interactions with people? Like what do you think about the whole scope of everything you see now that you in this world?
I mean, it's eye opening. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned a lot. I learned a lot. Like I love this community. Like I say, like my algorithm, my personal algorithm, like all my feeds, all this stuff that's popping up is all like positive stuff. People in this community, but just like doing it in my everyday life. Of course, I got people that's like looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, oh, what you doing? Just eating fruit? Like you coming over? Like, all right. So I got invited to a family member's house over the weekend for the Super Bowl. It's coming up. You know what I mean? They talking about all this food. They got we got wings and hoagies and all that other stuff. They're like, but you know what? I'm like, don't worry. I'm like, I'll bring my own food. Like, have fruit, will travel. That's my motto. You know what I mean? I keep it on me. Like, I keep the fruit on me, so it don't even matter. You know what I mean?
That's dope, family. Like, when you talk about keeping fruit on you, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's talk about what life was before this. Like, let's talk about that Mar Wheel that don't nobody know about right now. Because right now we see this Mar Wheel, he happy, he go look. You like this dude must have been this way his whole life. Did you go through any adversity, any trials, any tribulations coming up into this lifestyle?
Yeah, I mean, I had trials and tribulations younger, but I learned from my lessons. You know what I mean? I learned that I got a bunch of head bumps along the way when I was younger. But for the most part, like these last few years of my life, I kind of been on a different track. I've been on this trying to be positive track. This ain't like really new. Like just being completely fruitarian is new to me. Like right now, I would say I'm like 95% fruitarian. I'll still eat a salad here and there, but I'm eating mostly fruit all day. You know what I mean? My wife will make a mushroom dish, like some mushroom burger or something. Like I'll eat that here and there, and I call that like cheating. You know what I mean? Or I'll have a salad with something.
Right.
But like, yeah, before this, I mean, I was just like I say, I ain't nobody special. I'm your average guy. I was a worker. Like I'm a carpenter. I'm in a carpenter union. So I've been like, I'm the type that get up early in the morning, 4 a.m. in the morning, get ready to go to work. I'm the type that work hard for a short amount of time, and then I like to play just as hard as I work. You know what I mean? So that been my life, like for the past few years. Like I said, it really ain't been that much adversity. But before that, like coming up, the adversity was basically from my childhood. Before I went to prison and all that, that's the dark side nobody know about. But it's I grew out of that. You know what I mean? Because it was like I grew up with a lot of negativity, and I feel like I'm paying for it for my past. So I try to pay it forward any way that I can. You know what I mean? Especially like with the youth, with my nephews or anybody younger than me that I see coming up. I definitely try to help people like steer clear any mistakes that I made. I feel like it's a race, and if you could help somebody, give somebody a boost, and I feel like we all started behind the start line. You know what I mean? And we gotta, be in the same race with other people in different areas. So I feel like any way I can help somebody, that's what I try to do. You know what I mean? And
indeed.
Yeah, and like I say, one of my goals, like I said, in my past, I was in prison and all that. Prison kind of preserves you. Even when I was in jail, like you get fed the worst food. You know what I mean? Like you get the bottom of the barrel, so you gotta try to eat the best that you can. So in there, I was even fruiting up back then. Like here I'll trade some meat off my tray for some fruit. You know what I mean? People thought I was crazy. Then like, oh, you gonna give up a chicken leg for an orange? Yep, I'll trade a chicken leg for an orange because the chicken leg comes from the chicken on the farm that they use up. They use this chicken his whole life to have it lay 1 million eggs. Then once it can't lay eggs anymore and there's no useful laying eggs, then they send it to the slaughterhouse. You know what I mean? So it's like that actually does something to the quality of the flesh that we was eating back then. So that was just an aspect. That was another. I just left the meat alone back then. It was just terrible. And then learning different things about it. So I was eating fruit back then. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, to me, I'll trade an orange for a piece of chicken. That's a I think I'm making out. I got the better of the deal then. You know what I mean? So
facts. And you definitely an inspiration. Like a lot of people don't know, like when you in the lifestyle, right? And you've been through a lot of struggles and you've been in and out of cycles all the time. You draw inspiration from a lot of different places. You know what I'm saying? And watching you work has been inspirational. Like I see you starting to like elevate. You know what I mean? Do more work for yourself. Start to
Yeah,
take your what you doing more serious. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And I'm
yeah.
taking heed. And it's actually it's actually helped me take more heed, be more positive. And
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? We talk in behind scenes of, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And
Hmm.
that's the work. I love the community, the brotherhood that this is
Yeah,
bringing on. You know what I'm saying? Like behind the
yeah,
scenes, bro. It's so many of us, man, like talking and engaging. I feel like I got brothers. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like that
yeah.
we talk, people call you and say, "Hey, I'm gonna make sure you cool." I got people
Uh-huh.
sending me juice, and it's just the love is crazy right now. And
Yeah,
I had to let you know that you inspire me too, family.
yeah, I appreciate it, man. It's a frequency. We vibing on the same frequency. There's old saying, when the student is ready, the master will appear. You know what I
Mm,
mean? It's kind of like that. But I feel like we all students and we all masters. We all gotta
that
help each other. You know what I'm saying?
indeed, indeed. Let's talk about some of the things you've been doing, man. Like with the reels and dealing with Cali, the family, Cali muscle, and all
Yeah,
that. Like,
yeah. So I'm in the tribe, you know what I'm saying? Kali Muscle started the tribe. He got his program going with the helping people blow up their social media. So I'm just now getting into the social media game. I got been head of Facebook, but I really wasn't active on there. When I started Facebook, I just got on there for like recipes and cracking jokes and for workouts and stuff like that. And that was a couple years ago. You know what I mean? And I met some people on there, got some homies like my Steel City Spartans, all my homies in there. Shout out to the Steel City Spartans. You know what I mean? But yeah, and then I started rocking with Cali Muscle back in like 2016, 17 from different little workout videos and just cracking jokes, whatever. But yeah, so then fast forward, I see he had this program going now, so I hopped on, you know what I mean? Because I rock with him like that. But yeah, the tribe, and so now I started a YouTube channel and being tapped in with you and the fruit up movement, all that. Like part of my goal is to help people get healthy. Like I say, like there's people in my community, like I'm getting up there in age. People my age is still dying from heart attacks. Everybody getting diabetes and all that. So I'm trying to bring like some awareness to health and whatnot. So I got my YouTube channel that I started, and I'm just having fun with it for real, for real. Like I said, I ain't nobody special. I ain't got no great message to heal the world or nothing. But if my message can help the world be a little bit better place, like if it's better than I left it better than when I found it, then I'm happy with that. You know what I mean?
mm,
So
mm,
my YouTube channel is basically me I might be on there cracking jokes, or I might be trying to show somebody some tips or something, or I might have a workout on there. But no matter what I do, if you notice too, this is kind of like an Easter egg. Whatever my videos be about, you notice I'm always eating fruit, or I'm trying to tell somebody a tip about fruit or a recipe or something. You know what I mean? Like I show you how to make smoothies or whatever. And I'm just basically staying tapped in with the community. You know what I mean? So
mm.
that's basically like my online presence. Like I'm just now getting into the online game. And being in the tribe, Cali Muscle, Hikey Whitey a genius with all the tech stuff, you know what I mean? And
Mm.
basically they just know the game when it comes to this online and the and growing your social media and the YouTube. He's a YouTuber. He's a successful YouTuber. So I'm learning the game from him, basically. You know what I mean? And
Indeed.
I was trying to put
Likewise.
you up on game. I was just giving you the game that I was learning at the same time. Like, yo, man, I was like, I'm trying to holler at you. Then I was like, I hope he don't think I'm a stalker or a troller. Like they think I'm trolling. I was like, I ain't trolling. I'm down with the movement. And
Indeed.
another thing too, like getting into the fruit up group, I get so much inspiration that my personality is the type where I try to give as much as I get. So I be trying to be an inspiration because I get inspiration also. You know what I mean? If that
Mm.
makes any sense.
It do. It do. And that's what you're doing now. Like you in the current group, the fruit and herbs group,
Yeah,
and that group going crazy.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
So
Like it's
I
a
gotta
lot
get
of
my herbs game
inspiration in
up.
there.
My fruit game up, my herbs game. I just been on like a little bit of detox tea here and there. I ordered something. I'm waiting for something to come in the mail. Now I'm gonna get some A game coming up next. But yeah, my fruits and herb game, man. Yeah, this it's the energy level is crazy. Like the frequency, what I'm talking about, the love, you know what I'm saying, and the support.
Mm.
Like that's what I be online for. It's fun. Like I said, I'm new to the online. So seeing the hate on there be funny to me. I'll be like, wow, like people really be hating. Like I heard about it, but I'm experiencing it for myself now. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you might have a positive message, like this is good for that, or this is good for something else, and somebody will be like, man, look at him, his hat is crooked. You know what I'm saying? Like you missed the whole point. You mad because my fruit up hat is sideways, and I just told you a recipe that could save your life. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's the kind
Yeah.
of hate that's funny to me online. Like people find anything negative to say.
Man, you know what, bro? You got one of the most positive attitudes that I've ever had, that I've ever come across. You know what I'm saying? And that's the attitude you gotta have online. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, bro, for forever, whatever you do, keep that right there. You cause you doing a service.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People don't respect the service that you do for them. That's
Uh-huh.
why you one day once you get more and more into it, you gonna see like this shit crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
people crazy. You
Yeah.
gonna literally have to block them out. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You got to block
Uh-huh.
them out. So yeah, that's dope though, man. Cali Muscle doing a lot of good work. I'm
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
I'm tapped in with the family too, man. Like
And it's
yeah,
funny. I be saying he be getting hate on there, and he just be trying to drop knowledge and, you know what I mean, put people up on game. Like, man, look here, this water got sodium in it. He'll show
yeah,
people, and then people come out here like, man, he's crazy. He tried to say it had sodium in it. Like, he
yeah.
just showed you that it had sodium in it. You know what I mean?
Facts,
So
facts. Just trying to help, man. That's all we're trying
yeah.
to do. Let's talk about how important working out is for you, man. I see you do a lot of workout videos, and your content is geared towards fruits and working out.
Uh-huh.
What how important is that? What's your routine? And I seen you did during them 30 days in December. I seen you kind of transform a little bit too.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely. So all right, coming into it, my very first day in the Fruit Up Challenge, I actually said to myself, I was like, all right, you know what? I'm in this Fruit Up Challenge. I'm doing it. I want to feel good. I said, but my goal is to see if I can gain weight eating nothing but fruit. You know what I mean? Like I ain't taking no protein powder. Like I'm gonna be lifting weights. I'm gonna go hard. This is the idea I had in my head, right? Like I want to see if I can gain weight or at least just stay the same, eating nothing but fruit. So I'm still working out hard, eating fruit, eating as much as I want to. That's another good thing that I love about this fruit life too. And telling people like a myth and misconception is, the sugar that's in fruit, you can't eat so much of it. I tell you what, me personally, like all since December till now, I eat as much fruit as I want. Like I kind of, if you want to call it pig out on fruit, like I eat fruit until I'm stuffed and full. I eat as much as I want, get full off it, and I lose weight by doing that. You know what I mean? So that's one thing I wanted to throw out there real quick. But yeah, in December, the month of December, with me losing weight, I lost 10 pounds in the first, I think, 2 weeks. And after that, I was like, oh, there ain't no way that I'm going to do this without losing weight. I was like, I might as well just give it up and just go with the flow. Because I was actually insecure. That was one of my worries. I was like, oh, I don't want to lose any weight. I don't want to get smart. I don't want to lose any muscle. That was my hang up. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I feel like I work hard for this muscle. Like, I go hard in the gym. I don't want to shrivel up. You know, I was an insecurity. I was scared of that. But I'm like, no, I ain't going to let that stop me. You know, I'm going to get in the best shape of my life. I'm going to get healthy. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I was still working out. But then after like the first 2 weeks, then I just started doing nothing but like calisthenics and body weight. I stopped lifting the heavy weights. I was just doing pull-ups and push-ups. But I can tell you this, once I lost 10 pounds in the first 2 weeks, my push-ups doubled. Like out of nowhere, I was just doing unlimited push-ups and wouldn't get tired. Like I would do like 25. I'll do a set of 25 and then stop. Do another set of 25 and stop. Do another set of 25 and then stop. After 2 weeks, I was doing like sets of 50 and could keep going. Like, I don't know why. Like, I wouldn't get tired. I'm like, man, I could do push-ups like forever. I would just stop myself. Like, I'm going to do 100 push-ups every night before bed. You know what I mean? I would just drop down and just knock them out like it wasn't nothing. So I was like, I feel like my strength is going up, but my size is going down just a little bit. So I dealt with that in the beginning. You know what I mean? But now I'm back on lifting the weights, but not as heavy as I used to go. But that's kind of my workout routine.
That's dope too. That's dope. And a lot of people, man, like had that same fear like you had. Like, I ain't about to get all skinny, man, and this. But that deter you away because then you lose how you can feel. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And with them push-ups, family, I'm gonna tell you like this: wait till you get the A game. Wait till you get this A game, bro. Sometimes I just bust out of nowhere and hit 25 push-ups out of nowhere because it's like this energy. Just like with the fruits, like how after you left the Fruit Up Challenge, did you like I heard you say you had a couple rough weeks at the end, maybe or so. How did you translate out of that? Like, how did you go? Like in January, did you go back to eating regular, or did you stay consistent with your fruit?
No, I went back to eating some veggies, but it's like some cooked stuff, like some sweet potatoes. I had some cooked sweet potatoes and some rice with like something like some veggies mixed in it. I was tore up. I ate that one meal. I was tore up for a couple days after that. But then my body got right back on track. I was still eating fruit the whole time, but I just had like one or two little messed up meals. in between,
Mm-hmm.
and I could tell the difference immediately. You know what I mean? One thing too, like my daughter's, hey, so I cook for her. Even when I'm like cooking her different little stuff, like she ain't on fruit 100% yet either, but I
Right.
wouldn't even taste test the stuff. Like I would just cook it, just trust and knowing it was good. So I was good like that, like as far as the discipline and whatnot, as far as eating. But yeah, my rough when I said I had a rough week at the end, I was talking about when I started smoking again. I was
Okay.
smoking,
Okay.
and smoking actually give me the munchies. You know what I mean? So that made me want to eat more. You know, naturally. So
Right.
now I'm just in there, I couldn't get full. I'm eating everything, and I can't get full. I feel like, oh, I gotta eat some more. Eat some more. I pound a whole container of grapes. You know what I mean? Still be hungry, whatever. So that's what I was talking about. I had a little bit of a rough patch, but as far as the food, like I just try to love myself and not be too hard on myself. Also, I think that's another thing too. Like you said something the other day about who's perfect. Like people try to worry about being too perfect, or if they do mess up, then they use that as an excuse to backslide even more. Like, oh, I messed up, so I might as well eat something else to cover up how I'm feeling about that, and it turns to a downward cycle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you eat
Yeah.
something messed up, just get right back on track. Nobody's perfect. You know what I mean?
Hey, that mentality right there is gonna take you beyond the stars.
Uh-huh.
Like, 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 if you, I said this on like the last 5 lives, I think. If you know there's no such thing as a perfect person, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is trying to perfect something? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
what people say, they even tell you, perfect your craft.
Uh-huh.
Why? I get that out of my psyche. I ain't trying to perfect nothing. You feel me? I'm just trying to be the best version of myself. If I'm not gonna be great at everything.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm great what
Yeah.
I'm great at. I love what I'm great at.
You,
And
you know what that
and you great at something, you should love it.
that reminds me of something my daughter said to me. So here's something that I believe also too. We as adults are the protectors of our children. Our children are our teachers, and we're their protectors. So my daughter said something to me about. She said, practice doesn't make perfect. She said, practice makes progress. There's no such thing as perfect. And I was like, baby, you're right.
Mm,
You're right. You know what I mean? Out of the mouth
mm,
of babes. You ever hear that one? Out of the mouth of babes. Like kids are honest. And this, like, when you be drinking, you get drunk and you just tell the truth. You know how they
that,
say a drunk tell the truth? The same
yeah,
way a kid will tell the truth. So,
yeah.
kids tell it how it is.
That's because kids are connected, family. Like,
Mm-hmm.
kids, you got to think about it. That's where the word innocence come from. Because
Yeah.
it's your inner sense, your
Mm-hmm.
inner senses, and your ability to connect with your surroundings and your environment and your awareness. And you just can't do nothing but tell the truth.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you start becoming fruit based.
Yeah. And you know what's wild about that? Like, so how children are teachers, kids naturally gravitate to fruit. You know what I mean? You know this. If you set a plate with a hamburger on it or a plate with some fruit on it in front of a kid, they're gonna go to the fruit. You know what I
Facts.
mean? That's how
Facts.
they're our teachers. They know how to eat. You know what I mean? We teach them to eat that bull crap throughout life.
Man, you say, bro, when you say our children are our teachers, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know who taught me more than anybody on this earth? My son.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
Yeah.
my son is teaching me, and I think it's one of these. It's one of these. Like it's like I got out of darkness, right? With the drinking, the bad lifestyle, and all that. And
Uh-huh.
then I got this new relationship with my son. And it's like, boom. Now it's eye opening. All the insecurities I have, all the shortcomings I have, everything get exposed right in
Uh-huh.
front of you, like every single day, because you see it in him. You see what the pain you can cause him. Like you see
Uh-huh.
the things you went through as a child, and it's like, but once I started seeing that this is a learning moment. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't time for me to teach him nothing. This is a learning moment. I'm learning how to deal with feelings, how to approach people. That's why I learned that the reaction that you have is more than the thing that got you the reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Your
Yep.
reaction is more important. So I'm learned that my son taught me that.
Yeah.
My son taught me that, family. Not no man on the street, not no book, not Dr. Sebi, not no nobody taught me that, but me being with him. Like I need to learn how to change my approach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Experience.
And that's wisdom. That's like you said, that's that innocent, that's wonder, the wonder of a child being tapped into the divine. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's what you get back when you go into a fruit-based lifestyle. You
Uh-huh.
start tapping into things like watch when the summertime come.
Yep.
Watch when the summertime come and how drawn you are to nature.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna want to go play.
Yeah. Fruit will have you brutally honest too. Like once you get out of that, like well, me personally going through the emotional ups and downs, and it's kind of like, like I feel like even though I'm getting older and I found I have like a lesser tolerance for the bull crap, being on the fruit, it's just like, man, nah, keep it 100, cut this shit, cut to the chase, like keep it 100, man. Like nobody got time for the bull crap. You know what I mean? Like I can't explain it, but it's like,
no, I know what you're saying.
yeah, you get brutally honest, man. It's like that fog is lifted, and it's just like sharp. You know what I mean? Like being on fruit have my mind sharp. Like,
you know what I tell people all the time, family. You know how you said you become brutally honest, right?
uh-huh.
I used to tell people this when I was drunk. Ain't no such thing as being brutally honest. How can you put an adjective before the word honest? So you mean you about to tell me how, like, in what way you about to be honest? Like what is honesty is honesty. I don't care if it's brutal or not.
All right, look. Can I give an example of what I'm talking about?
Please.
So my example is, and, shout out to all the brothers, and all the kings out there, and everybody that's vibing high, or the high frequency vibers. Here go what I'm talking about personally. Brutally honest is the brother, our beloved brother. He'll tell somebody that's fucking stupid. Where I might be like, you know what? That's not the smartest way to say things. You know what I'm saying? It's like it might be gloves on or gloves off. It might be a hard punch or a soft jab. Brutally honest to be like, that's fucking stupid. You know what I mean? And you know who I'm talking about.
Everybody know who you talking about. Shouts out to my brother, man, Kev Ramon, man. Like for real. And you know what though? The way he do it, right? That's the way he do it. That's the brother. But the way he do it, that's the way he do it. And what it does, it don't make you want to do it like that, but it make you want to do it in your own way.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you get inspired from somebody like Kev. I ain't gonna be that. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? Just tell a motherfucker you a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? But
I had to find myself like, you know what? I caught myself like, what would Kev say to this? What would Kev say to this dude right now? Somebody said, but then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna respond in my way, in a Kev manner, but in my own way, And I had to tell somebody, I said, listen, man, respectfully, like you over there zooming in, trying to count how many seeds my watermelon don't have, but then you posting a pork chop. I like, listen, man, respectfully, you still eating pork. You can't even talk to me about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing. Don't even comment on. But I said it nicely. I was like, listen, man, if you didn't raise that pig, then please don't comment on how many seeds is in my watermelon. Respectfully. You know what I mean?
Respectfully.
Whereas my man would have been like, that's fucking stupid. That shit don't make sense.
Oh God. So look, that's how it's supposed to be. Like that's so, bro. In this world, see, I study etymology. You feel me? The root of words and what they mean. What you say is everything. Like, you ever heard a man say, all I got is my balls and my word? Literally, that's all you got. Your balls connected to your reproductive system. Hey, listen, like we ain't about to get into that, but that's all you got. So when you speak that shit, you better mean it. You better mean it. How you say something, like, bro, people miss Kev Ramon on Facebook right now.
I know, man. You gotta go follow him on Instagram.
Yeah. You know why? You know why they miss him though? Because he tell the truth how it is. Yeah. You have to respect truth no matter what form it's in. It's some people who be like, I wouldn't have said it like that, but he right.
Yeah.
When you can say that,
I'm glad we talking about the brother. With me, just like I say, I give respect where respect is due. Like when I got healed from the disease, I give respect to the ayahuasca. I don't give respect to the doctors that said I would have it for the rest of my life, and I don't have it no more, and I haven't had it in years. So I give respect to the plant medicine that healed me. With me coming into this fruit life, I give respect to you and Kev equally, because y'all both was inspired me around the same time. you know. But when I seen Kev on the watermelon for the 160 days, I was like, wow, I never heard of somebody being a fruitarian. I'm like, wow, that would be cool. You know, I was thinking to myself, that would be cool if I could just, you know, eat fruit or something. And I was like, what if I could be a fruitarian? It took after a week of eating nothing but fruit. I was like, man, I'm a fruitarian. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was straight claiming that. And I attribute that for me just watching and seeing how Kev was doing it and how he was vibing. You know what I mean? Because at first I was skeptical. Like, let me see, you know, if he can survive off of nothing but watermelon. And he was thriving. You know what I'm saying? I was seeing how his mind was working. I'm like, that brother's interesting. You know what I mean? And I try to reach out to him, and I thought he thought I was a troll. I would try to holler at him like, yo, man, I got to talk to you about something. But not knowing, like, I'm just probably one of thousands of people that's probably, you know, trying to DM him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do my thing. I'm going to do it in silence, and he might notice me one day and see that he inspired me. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with you. You know what I mean? But I like man, you is like vibe. Like you said, I feel like I found my tribe. Like you one of my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like we just click. We just vibe. You know what I'm saying? We on the same frequency.
That's you definitely my brother. And you know what, man? That's why I say keep your attitude, family. For real. Like you there already. Like the reason why I was bringing up the etymology thing, right? Because you cannot be nice to everybody. The word nice means foolish or stupid. That's why they came out with the phrase nice guys finish last. Because that's literal. Because
I feel like that my whole life. I've been a nice guy that finished last a lot.
Yeah. And you know why? Because sometimes being mean ain't really being mean. It's just mean what you say. Mean who you are. You gotta be sometimes you gotta be mean to people. Sometimes people try to hurt your feelings. You know what I'm saying? So somebody trying to attack you and hurt your feelings, you gonna be nice. You feel me? Which is foolish or stupid. So we got to get it. These fruits put you in tune. And when you walk around knowing certain shit, you just don't give a fuck. You just don't care.
I ain't got time to be nice.
Like that's why you said it make you tell the truth. It make you be who you are without regret. That's the truth. Being who you are without regret. And then being able, and then this is humble. People always tell me, Bobby, you need to humble yourself. You going too much for the followers and all this. I'm one of the most humble people on earth. I'm one of the most, you know how you humble yourself? By being yourself.
And being good to yourself.
That's it.
Yeah. That's and not feeling bad about doing something good for yourself.
That's it. So it make you love yourself, family. Love. We starting like Kev Ramon love you. That's why he can tell you the truth so easy. People who don't love you lie to you. People who love you, people who don't love you tell you it's okay to be fat. People who don't love you tell you, oh, you doing good in life when they know you ain't shit. People who don't love you will allow you to do whatever you want to do to destroy yourself. And Kev Ramon will give you shock value. If somebody called you a fucking idiot for a question you asked, that would make me go home and sit down and ask, like, why? What did I ask? You know what I'm saying? It made me reevaluate my goddamn self. Because he's not lying. Because that means you shouldn't be on post asking questions when it's fucking Google out here and you can go ask anybody, but you asking me about my experience, and when I don't give you the answer you want, then you get mad. How you gonna get mad for me giving you my experience? Oh, that's not how it's go. That's not what you're supposed to eat. Well, why you ask me?
That's how I found myself saying that too. Like I always got to give a little disclaimer, like, listen, this will work for me. I ain't telling nobody else what to do. I'm telling you what I did and what worked for me. You know what I mean? It may or may not work for you. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And that's another thing I like about the big homie Cali Muscle. Shout out. He the only one in the whole like health community that I ever heard talking about find out your own blood type, because everybody's blood type is different. One size don't fit everybody. With certain fruits, vegetables, whatever you want, you got to, everything's personalized. You know what I'm saying? Like we all ain't the same. We all ain't cut from the same cloth. We all ain't from the same. We all don't have the same amount of melanin. We different. You know what I mean? Everybody got to find out your blood type and what's good for you. So he the first one, or the only one that I heard, me personally, that was addressing that along with everything else. You know what I mean? Like, you know, of course, we got the Dr. Sabies, you know, the CMOS and all this, and different people in the community. That's one thing I like, too, about what Brother Yaki Waken, what he said, too, as far as all these different labels and people this and that. That's division in the community of the people that's really like, that's called for this. You know what I'm saying? On a mission, that's a tool that could divide us. We got to be careful with that, too. But here's one thing I want to say, too. I want to make sure I threw this in there. I was honored there was I think you gave a shout out just to the brothers that was fruiting up heavy, and I was on the list, and I felt like I made it. Like you couldn't tell me I ain't make it at like that was the pinnacle right there. I was on the list. My name was just on the same list with Kev Ramon, brother Yaki, Cosmo Sage. Like I was like at the bottom of the list just because I was doing my thing for that month or however. I felt honored. I felt like that was something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I was like, I ain't nobody. I'm just an average guy that's just doing my thing. You know what I mean? But hopefully that could be an inspiration for anybody else that just think they're average. Like I'm just a regular person. You know what I mean?
No, you're not.
We can anybody do anything.
Man, listen, you gave me the chills, family. For real though, because shouts out, hey, listen, when you putting in work, right? You ain't. I heard you say a lot of these times that I ain't special. That's because don't nobody think you are, but you are special. You know you special.
I ain't no special to nobody else. We all special.
Everybody's special.
Yeah.
But that don't just because they don't think they special don't make me less special.
Exactly.
You are special. You a special individual. Anybody who putting that work in, who trying to change themselves and do better and encouraging others and telling everybody, look at me, look how my life changed. That's inspiration.
Yeah.
That's spiraling energy. You feel me? That's what you doing. You spiraling the energy around you. And that's what we all got to do, family. That's we brothers. So when I see you working hard, I told you in the group, like just think if you would, when you posted that spaghetti, right? And I would have been like, and you would have been like, man, fuck that, I'm out of here. Think about that. One decision. So that's taking heed. That's you ain't, and then I remember that because I came at you, I was like, hey, it's all good. We all family, la la la. I just, I gotta keep it a buck with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you doing I said it too. I said, man, you've been doing your thing, family. You feel me? But this spaghetti, I mean, it can trigger somebody or something, and after that, it's been all love. So that go back to that one decision.
But you held me accountable, and I respected that, and that's real love. Not being a yes man. You wasn't just like, oh, I'm gonna let it slide, or I'm not gonna let it slide. I'm gonna be harsh with you, like, oh, get out of here. You held me accountable. You know what I mean? You kept me 100, and I respected that. You know what I mean? And I was like, well, let me show and prove that I respect that. Instead of just saying I respect it, I'm gonna show that I respect it. You know?
Man, that's much love, family. And like you said, I ain't even had no clue. You know what I'm saying? I had no clue. Like you like, oh, I'm gonna show him. And that's love. That's the energy I like to carry on. So that's the vibe I've been on, man. Like I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been doing your thing, bro. And this is what the community about. You know what I'm saying? That like I come from where you come from. You gonna be doing like you working on your craft. You know what I'm saying? You putting in the work every day. You subscribing to the right people. You gonna make it. You already there. You already there. You see where you want to be at, just like I do. So I ain't no different from you. You know what I'm saying? I'm no different from you. We the same people. It's just and you start to learn that when you start putting this life into you, man. That's why I respect my brothers now. My brother Carbon Bay Cell Food hit me up today and said he was proud of me. Casino always hit me up and say I'm proud of you. Like these are people behind the scenes who you develop relationship with, and y'all become brothers just because y'all didn't put in work for yourself.
Yeah. And I say, and I respect that too, that where it's real. Like even though you could meet online and Facebook group, I'm a real person in real life. You know what I mean? Like I'm really about that life for real. Because some people is faking online. You know what I mean? And I don't get into all that. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole
you would know who faking.
Brother, that's genuine. You know what I mean?
You would definitely know who faking, man. It's that time. So yeah, man. Hey, brother, I love you, man. I appreciate you for joining me tonight, man. This is like,
hey, real quick, shout out to Auntie Colleen. You know she be holding us down.
Woo-wee, Auntie Colleen. We love Auntie Colleen. Jadica, that's my sister too. Shouts out to the whole Fruit Up family, man. Like, you see how I'm like, you in the Fruit Up with Bobby Smith group. You see how we changing the frequency, man. It's like all that negativity. You ain't doing it right. You ain't doing it. If I see somebody not literally doing something right, I'll just say, hey, bro, you can do this. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got to be arguing and fighting. I seen Carbon Base post something the other night. Somebody said, hey, you know what? This is my first time having paprika. You know what I'm saying? Like the spice or the season. And he like, it ain't really nothing but crushed up peppers. Why somebody gonna say, oh, it ain't bell peppers though?
Yeah.
Blocked. That get blocked in 2024. That type of energy is getting blocked in 2024. I said it last night. If you're not on the love frequency, and I mean this, I mean it. I mean this. If you're not on love frequency and you come in there trying to spew your information because you think you smarter than everybody on the comments or whatever, block. Block it out your life. Block it out your life. You don't need it. We can move forward without it. We will move forward without it. Mar will. You got the floor, man. Tell the people about where to follow you at, where your YouTube at, your Facebook, what you got going on. It's your world, family. You got the floor.
All right. Well, yeah, shout out everybody that tapped in. I appreciate y'all. Swerve Marv Will. Catch me on Facebook. I'm on there, Marv Will or Swerve Marv Will. And you can catch me on YouTube. Look up my YouTube channel as Swerve or Swerve Workouts. And it's just all positive stuff. Like I said, you might get on there and get some inspiration, get a recipe, whatever, man. I'm just clowning, having fun, man. You know what I mean? Living life, enjoying life. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's pretty much it. I ain't got I don't got no divine message for the people. Just, you know what I'm saying? Fruit up, man. And you don't gotta get into it 100% eating fruit. Just change one meal a day for fruit. If you eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, just eat fruit for your lunch. Exchange your lunch for all fruit. You know what I mean? And transition like that. That's how I did it.
Easy work. Look, man. Hey, you on your way, family, and I'm with you. I'm walking with you, man, every day. Best believe you inspire me. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep fruiting up. Keep working at a high level. Keep working with the brother Cali, and man, great things gonna happen for you. And I'm gonna be there supporting you every step of the way, family.
Definitely. We definitely gonna still link up. You know what I'm saying? Because my mission, I'm going cross country this summer on my motorcycle, spreading fruit across America. I might ride to California eating fruit with all my homies.
Look at that. I gotta give me a motorcycle. Hey, that's real, man. Much love, Marv Will, family. Y'all go follow my brother, man. This what it's about. Support his contact, support his YouTube. Y'all see him out here working, y'all see him out here encouraging, and that's all we trying to do. Much love, brother. I'll be in contact with you, man.
Yep, no doubt, bro.
Indeed. Have a great night, man. Love.
Peace.
So this is what we got going on. This is what it is. Thank you, Fruitarian. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody who always join these conversations. This is what rule the nation. They don't want us at these high level vibrations, encouraging each other. You feel me? I ain't gonna even say they don't want it. We want it. I'm not focused on what they don't want. I'm focused on what we want. We want to continue to raise the vibration. We want to continue to support one another. I love my brother Mar Will. I love my brothers who like Mar Will, who coming up, just being positive, focusing on the change. That's what inspired my change, family. I ain't on that negativity no more. I'm trying to help my people. You feel me? And the only way to do that is to be real with them, come serious, and real love. So, like I said, shouts out to the family Cali Muscle for sharing the live tonight. Shouts out to my brother Kev Ramon. You already know what it is with Kev. And we're going to get Kev back on here, man. We're going to have to get Kev back on here to raise the vibration again and see what he's been on. And other than that, the next interview we got is February 12th, right? And it's Santos Bonacci. Santos Bonacci will be here on February 12th to raise the frequency of the planet. So make sure you join in to that. Make sure you keep supporting the movement. Make sure you rep the movement by going to get these new hoodies. I got the white ones. I got the black ones. We got the hats. We got the green ones. You can rep the lifestyle. But wearing this fruit word will raise your vibration, family. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Stay tuned to the movement. Be serious, take your life serious, all of that good stuff. And get on your mother. Hey, gang, family, I love you.
You know what don't get talked about a lot in our community? Erectile dysfunction. And I know a lot of men are dealing with erectile dysfunction. And it's an embarrassing topic. It's something that's really hard to deal with. If you talk about a man's manhood in the bedroom and he's not performing, that could cut him really, really deep. Trust me, I know. I used to be there. I used to not be able to please my woman. I know these things. But what if I told you there's a solution? There is a solution. I've been using this solution. I know it works. It increases libido. That's just one of the factors though. It increases your strength, your energy, your vitality, all of that. But for men, I'm trying to be honest with y'all. You do not have to struggle with that. You do not. Women, if your man is struggling with that, get him on his A game. Get him on his A game. Fruit up, family. Fruit up. Fruit up and get on your A game. You do not have to hide no more. You do not have to hide no more. Fruit up, family. I love you. Fruit up, family. I'm Bobby Smith. In February of 2022, I was 268 pounds and an alcoholic, like one of the worst alcoholics in my city. Now I'm helping people lose weight. I'm helping people change their lives. It's like that was 2 years ago, and I accelerated the process by just doing and having a formula. And my formula works. I lost 146 pounds in 11 months. With the consistency accelerator formula, I can get you there, family. Get at me for details. Fruit up.
So I got on my journey February 2022. February 2022, I took control. I said, I ain't drinking no more. Fuck that. I'm dialing in right here. This is the decision. That's the decision. Once I stopped drinking, do you know how many people left my life? Do you know how many people left my life? Right now, all you got to do is make one decision that you haven't been making. Just one. One decision that you've been holding off. That one person that you should cut off. That one thing that you should stop doing. Just one thing. And I'm going to tell y'all that y'all know what that one thing is for me? Y'all know what that one thing was for me? The alcohol. And I'm going to tell you like this. Everybody around you know that one thing you're supposed to stop doing. Everybody know that one thing that you struggling with. Everybody around me knew I was an alcoholic. They was okay with it though. People are okay with you being mediocre and being the worst version of yourself because it makes them feel better about themselves. When I put, people already knew though. People already knew around me, once he put that alcohol down, he gonna be a problem. They know it. They know when you make that one decision that you gonna leave them alone. They know it. Once Bobby stopped drinking, he gonna be unstoppable. And look. One decision I made. I made one decision that changed my entire existence on this planet. Who got a decision to make? Make it right now. Make that decision right now. If you got a decision to make it right now. And I guarantee you, your life is going to change. That decision, you know. I'm trying to tell. I knew I had to stop drinking. I knew it. And when you change something that you know you have to change, that's when your life is going to change. Nothing else is going to change your life. Nothing else except the change you know you have to make. That one thing that one decision, I ain't fucking with her no more. I know I shouldn't be going out with her. I know I shouldn't be dealing with her no more. Stop it. That one drink, that one beer, that one cigarette, that one person, that one job, it's you one decision away from completely changing your existence on this earth.